What's up, people? I am back, and it is time to spew some terrible nonsense about some of our favorite Elden Ring bosses. And that first one that is up today, the one we love so much, is the Tibia Mariner. I mean, come on, we all love this boss so much, right? That's why it's in the game like 5 separate fucking times. I mean, they end up spamming it so much that it gets to the point where the developers were like, so like, we're about to reuse this boss for the 5th time. Like, can we just put it without a boss health bar? Cause like, I don't really feel like taking the 1 minute it takes to copy and paste something over or to put it over here. And the lead director was just like, yeah, fuck it. It's the Tibia Mariner. Nobody really cares at this point. Just send it. And they're goddamn right, because everybody loves the Tibia Mariner. It's a very cool boss. Not in the sense like, oh, Moog is cool or oh, Morgoth's cool, but in this weird sense where it's like, it's cool that this boat pops water wheelies, can paddle on land, and also summons like giant skeleton mini bosses that literally give you nothing for defeating them, and the boss itself is like 5 hits away from dying. It's kind of crazy. And then you throw in its little funny little teleport where it's like, oh, I'm over here, find me again. And I swear, sometimes when it does teleport, I do be losing it for a little bit, okay, I'll admit. But I guess that's just part of the charm that we all know and love. I just don't know why they spawned it 5 different times on this map. Kind of insane. And I heard that it's even in the DLC, so can't wait to get to that. I wonder if it'll actually be able to kill me, because that's like another funny part, is like the Tibia Mariner is one of the least challenging bosses ever. You can defeat it under leveled without even sweating because it doesn't even really hit you. Like maybe if you get ganked by the gangs of skeletons on like the mountaintops, but that's about it. You will never really die to the Tibia Mariner unless like you are a mother and your children are like Riley and Huey from the Boondocks, and they're not only destroying the entire house, but they're literally trying to kill each other. Then the only reason you'll lose is either because they break your computer or console if you're a loser, or obviously because you're not even playing the game. But I still don't even know if the Tibia Mariner could kill you then. Like sometimes it just does its wheelie and misses, or it will just never attack you. So amazing boss. Maybe they should have put it more or made it the final boss. You know, maybe this Elden Lord that everyone keeps hyping up should be the Tibia Mariner, or maybe it is, because I haven't actually gotten to that yet as of recording this, so can't wait for that. The Elden Throne is really just a giant boat, and you have to be able to grab on the paddle to steer the world into a new great age. Okay, that's enough though. I can't keep pulling y'all's legs, alright? The Tibia Mariner does not deserve all that praise. It is not a very good boss, but it's funny to hype up because it's so goofy. But we gotta move on, alright? We can't keep going there, so we're gonna go to the next boss of the video, the Fell Twins, who are honestly like the goofiest boss to actually be kind of cool. I mean, first things first, you're just walking along this bridge, going to the tower, and you see a soldier, and so you get ready to take him down. You know, you're like, just one soldier? I'm gonna beat the fuck out of bro. And then everything goes dark and there's just the soldier laying dead on the ground. I mean, shit happened like in Detroit. Once the lights go out, bam, everybody's getting mugged, robbed, because you can't have shit in that hoe. And you can see it because when you go to his body, bam, you pick up the runes. That's crazy, because that means that the people who killed him didn't do it for the money. They did it for the love of the game. And honestly, gotta put a little respect on that. And that's my boys, the Fell Twins, because then they pull up and one of them's got a big red axe and the other breathes fire and has a sword or something. And I think it's also one of the only like duo fights that's actually done correctly, where it's like the guy with the red axe will go at you directly and the guy who breathes fire will stay back until you beat the guy with the red axe. At least that's how it worked for me. And you know, that's really great because most of the duo fights in Elden Ring are not good. And like I said, this isn't even a very good boss fight. Like, the Fell Twins are pretty dog shit. I mean, they're pretty weak health-wise, and I mean, they're not gonna really knock your socks off with damage or really even work together in a way that's gonna fuck you up. Sure, you can get caught in the fire and the axe swing at the same time and probably die immediately, but like, just pay a little bit of attention. The guy in the back who's just spamming fire really doesn't do it that often. I know I just said spam, but it's like, just roll, get your hits in, back up. They don't have a lot of health, so you can chip them down in a reasonable amount of time where you can just be patient. Especially for me when I'm jump attack, dual wield spamming. Ha ha ha. So like, really, pros are like good duo boss, cool atmosphere, cool setting, blah 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 blah. Cons are like kind of like lame fight because they're kind of just like mini bosses or normal enemies, so Dookie-ah. And I think I missed a pro because the threesome with these motherfuckers should go kind of crazy. I mean, I think they're probably packing because they're pretty big, so you get spit roasted heavy. I mean, there's not too many other characters I'd like to get in a threesome with, you know what I mean? Like maybe Ronnie and Renala, but like, you know, Fell Twin is a close second because like what else are you gonna do? You better not say a dragon because we're gonna have problems. You know what? How about you just don't answer that? We're just gonna move on to the next boss, all right? And that is gonna be the Rune Bear because this is kind of when I started going back and fighting a bunch of the bosses I missed, which is why you'll see me use a lot of new weapons. Basically, they're just like level 0, and I usually wear like minimal or no armor to fight it. So when we're fighting Rune Bear, I do think it was a little too easy of a fight. Maybe I had too much armor on, and I'm sure the large amount of health helped, but I still thought the Rune Bear fight itself was just kind of lame. I feel like when you fight them outside, they're much more aggressive and spammy, and really the only thing that they continue with is like positioning really doesn't help you with the Rune Bear because it just kind of like swings all over, and that stays true with the boss fight, but I just feel like there was too many breaks in between attacks. I mean, you just kind of get to wail on it, and there's only one of them, so, you know, you just get to have your way with that furry little friend. Not my proudest sexual assault of an animal, but it's gonna have to do because there's not too many out there other than like dragons, but I mean, there's no laws against the fantasy animals, Batman. They don't count. You can have your way with them because they don't actually exist. 1 point to the furry hentai drawers. Continuing down the list of goofy ass bosses that I have fought in Elden Ring, we get to Miranda Blossom, who kind of sounds like a goofy ass porn star name, like, featuring Miranda Blossom and getting blacked in front of my cringe husband? Cuckold? Alright, calm down. That is not representatory of what I'm about. I'm based, and honestly, when I do like look at the actual boss fight of Miranda Blossom, there does seem to be like some sexual tension with this flower. I don't know if it's just me, but like when I'm looking into the top of it and I see its stigma and its anther and its ovary and ovula, you know I'm getting kind of bricked because yeah, that's right. I looked up flower anatomy and hey man, some of that shit sounds hot as fuck. Okay, I can't keep this bit going though because this is weird as fuck. I know some of y'all are listening to this like, what the fuck is bro talking about? You know, you can get away with talking about fucking a bear, but a flower is just a new low. And you know what? I get it. Unsubscribe if you have to, because like some of you guys weren't around the DS2 era. That was when the true vile shit was out. But you know, this is just a dookie ass boss. You fight some of it just around as a mini boss later too. It's just a big ass flower that has little flowers that like poison you, and it rains down like these white lightning bolts. You know, me personally, I think of it as like it's squirt, and the poison is like it farting in my face because you know, I'm kinky like that. Jesus, I told you I'd stop, but I can't because this shit's weird as fuck. It's a bad boss, nothing really to write home about, but I mean, you know, they've made a boss out of weirder things. I mean, it's just a flower that tries to kill you. Never forget when that frog foreskin boss in DS2 tried to kill you. That was still weirder than this. You know, though, it is what it is. FromSoft will make a boss out of literally anything, and so we're gonna move on to the next boss, the Black Knife Assassin, who's like kind of cool, you know, just has that little finesse and swag about it. It comes at you, tries to hit you really fast, and then just like lurches back, practically teleporting. And you know, we kind of fuck with that style. But we don't fuck with is like the dog shit lighting. I know it's like in a cave catacomb type thing, but like, come on, dude. There's like 3 candles and maybe a little sunlight dripping through the roof. That's it though. Sometimes I'm fighting, bro, and I can't even see him. And I don't know if that's like what it's supposed to be because it's an assassin. It's supposed to be stealthy, but like, nah, let me help you. We're gonna put LED light strips all along the walls. You know, this shit's gotta look like some teenage TikToker's room. You know, whatever that fucking shitty aesthetic is, where it's like, ooh, the ambience of my room looking like utter dog shit because every single wall is covered in a different color and I have no real lighting. Like, you know, those motherfuckers just sit on their phone because you couldn't even fucking read a book in that. You know what? I bet none of y'all can fucking read a book. You watch my videos. This is like the most unintelligent content ever. And you know what? I love you for it. But you know what, Black Knife Assassin, doo-doo cheek boss, we're just gonna move on. And that boss is going to be the Guardian Golem. And you know what, I just want to get something out of the way, is that I feel bad for the Guardian Golem because he's actually not guarding anything, all right? He was just in this little room, just sleeping on the floor. Bro was just living his best life because he didn't expect anyone to find him. He lives behind a waterfall. And come on, that's like the most secretive, safest place to put anything. I mean, we all know that. You would have never looked there if you had never like played games before, like Legend of Zelda or Skyrim You know, the open world classics that showed you, all right? If you were born in the 17th century, you'd be like, a waterfall? Wow, what a truly magnificent thing. I would never look behind there because, like, it's water, not a wall. Who would ever hide something behind that? Especially because, like, if you hide anything valuable, it'll probably get wet. But that has nothing to do with the boss fight, all right? This boss fight, it's just kind of whatever anyway. Like, I do feel bad because I killed him after waking him up from his nap, and he wasn't even, like, a good fight. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you having a meltdown? I woke you up from your nap like 3 hours ago. Chill out. And then you just get back to beating the fuck out of its ankles because apparently guardian golems have weak ankles. You know, you'll hit him for like 2 damage and then you'll hit him for like 500 out of nowhere and he'll just fold. And then you get to run up and stab him directly into the heart. You know, like my ex-wife when she took the fucking children from me just because I hit them a little too much. Like, come on. What's a motherfucker gotta do to get the beer carrier in top shape? That's all I want. When they don't listen, I get physical. We call that one a joke, by the way. I'm lonely in life and have nothing to live for, which is why I'm ending the video here because I'm probably gonna go watch a movie or something. You know, fuck it, we ball. It fills the void in my heart. And so I will see you next time. Take care. Peace out.